welcome back to the Cinema Clubhouse podcast. I am Travis.
And I'm Will.
And today we have a very special guest. Please welcome Fox to the podcast.
Hi, thanks.
Hi, Fox. Thanks for being here. Fox, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, retired veteran. You live here in Colorado Springs, originally from Kansas. Fan of the best football team out there.
Don't worry. I changed that to Broncos. We're good.
We'll edit that post.
Other than that, so artist, creator, whatever. You know.
Yeah. You do art. You do custom cards, right?
Yeah. So right now, I technically have two different businesses. I have my glass art, which I do metal prints with it, and because I use metal, I started creating custom sports cards and images of the like, both from professional and for kids, high school stuff.
Awesome.
Like that.
Awesome. Sweet. Well, make sure you go follow Fox on all his channels. They're on the screen right now. But today, gentlemen, we're doing something very special. Will, what are we doing?
We're having a little bit of fun today, Travis. You know, we've done all sorts of variations of lists and Mount Rushmores and what have you. Today's another kind of variation of that, but in a fun kind of gameplay sort of way. So we're doing a little bit of a fantasy draft of sorts, if you will. So the situation is we're in a zombie apocalypse. Depending on whether you're watching this, that might not be true. But for the sake of this episode, this is fantasy. We're all in the same zombie apocalypse, and we're going to draft our own separate zombie apocalypse teams.
What are we drafting these people from, Will?
So we're drafting from this draft board we have in front of us of movie characters from all over the space. From the history of movies, we kind of narrowed it down to ones that kind of make the most sense.
Okay.
But we're going to be drafting 6 roles on our team. First one's going to be the leader strategist role. Then we're going to draft enforcer or combat specialist. Every zombie apocalypse team needs some kind of medic, so we'll be drafting a medic or healer.
Okay.
An engineer problem solver, a scout or survivalist, and then every team needs a wild card too. You don't know if they're going to help you out, they're going to screw
help
things
you,
up,
hurt you, whatever.
They feel some sort of need that you think is going to be important on your team. So that's basically what we're going to do. It's going to be a snake-style draft. If you played fantasy football before, you know what that means. But we're all going to select our order here in a minute from a handy-dandy green hat. Makes its return yet again. And
know it's a good episode when the green hat is here, Will.
You know it's good when the green
rules.
Hat makes an appearance. But we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 3, 2, 1, and then back and forth until we.
So whoever's 2 is just always in the middle.
Always in the middle.
Except for then they can trade their team with another player.
Yeah. At the end, we're going to be making all sorts of trade proposals. It's going to be really confusing and very good for on camera. So,
all right, cool.
But yeah, that's basically what we're doing here. Any questions before we pick our teams?
I don't think
pick
so.
Our positions, rather.
I don't think so.
Perfect.
Let's get into it.
Well, let's go ahead. We'll let our guest pick his position first.
All right, Fox.
3. Goodies.
3.
It's a good spot to be. You get to double pick.
Double pick. I'm number 1.
You're number 1. I guess that makes me number 2.
Okay.
No jokes in the comments.
See, Will, this was just a test to see our positions on this podcast.
I know. Well, I've always known, Travis. That's my secret.
So, does it matter what position you draft first? Is that solely up to us?
You know, it's just a matter of how you deem a role's importance. So, it can be any position first, but whichever position you decide to put them in, that is their role, and you have to move on to another role the next pick. So.
Okay. I wasn't planning to have to go first, so this is cool. Let's see. I think, you know what? I'm gonna draft the quarterback, the leader, the strategist first. Do we agree that's a quarterback role ish?
Generally
I think
speaking,
out of those positions,
if we're sticking with the football,
we
metaphors, yeah.
There are no other sports. It's just football, and it's just other sports to get you to football. That's it. Yeah. Okay, so leader strategist. You know what? I'm gonna do something unethical.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna go with Mary Poppins.
Oh, wow.
As the number one
All right.
overall pick.
So she can put you to sleep. I got you.
That's right. You know,
One
I
thing of
feel like
tablespoon.
one teaspoonful of sugar, and these zombies have no
You know,
chance.
I'm telling you, I think she's.
it's an interesting pick. You know,
These
it's,
pins don't work.
You know, I think in her tea she puts like hallucinogens and things to put you to sleep.
Yeah,
know-
the trick is she's like, I can get these kids to calm down.
Yeah,
Actually, have you heard that she's supposedly another version of Pennywise? That she is literally
please
from.
explain. This
Okay,
is
yes. Look this stuff up. So right?
Yep.
Don't know necessarily what kind of creature he is, but he is the same from the same world and entity as Mary Poppins.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Right.
I told you he'd be a good guest.
So I thought that was really interesting too when I
Well,
heard that.
if that's the case, I feel like I did
gotta-
pretty good with this
I
first
gotta
pick.
verify that.
I mean, I
information,
was gonna say that's, you know, obviously your leader strategist role. Definitely a wild card pick, though. I gotta say,
You know, I feel like she could fit into multiple roles. And, you know, she could be a wild card. She could be a healer.
yeah,
What is in that teaspoonful of sugar, you know?
yeah.
But
Is
I
it-
think
is it
her
sugar?
bag will come in handy during this apocalypse. I feel like we can fit a lot of supplies in there that
float.
she can float.
She's got. I mean, they all float down here, right? And
Man, Fox, the craziest crossover ever. Have you seen Mary Poppins? Because did you know that's an It prequel?
We've already got the episode title.
Yeah, Mary Poppins, It. Find out here. Okay,
All
so
right.
that's the number one pick.
Mary Poppins. I did not see that coming. I gotta say,
I didn't either. You know that. As I do in fantasy, I pick a player that I probably could have gotten round 7.
How is
Early.
your fancy team doing, by the way?
Well, to be honest, Will, I haven't opened it since week 2. but the title of my team was 0-12, and I'm sad to say I did win 2 games, so
I know.
I didn't stay true to my title.
I'm personally disappointed.
But in my defense, I haven't started a quarterback in 5 weeks
Oh,
because he's been hurt, and I
Well-
haven't opened it. So
Brock Purdy.
no, I had Kyler Murray as my quarterback.
He's back this week, I believe.
Yeah, I could have started Dak Prescott last week, but I said
That's
it's almost better to not have a quarterback, which I was right.
all right.
Anyways,
last week, yeah.
so yeah,
So Mary Poppins, first pick
First
off the
pick.
board.
first pick off the board.
I think I'm going to follow suit here. I'm
Okay.
going to go with my leader strategist. Got a lot of interesting ones to choose from. The one I think I'm going to go with, and this could also be a surprise to some, I'm going to go with Ellen Ripley herself. You know, again, kind of like Mary Poppins, I think she brings a lot to the table other than just
She
being a
guarantees
leader.
you a sequel.
She guarantees a
she
sequel.
guarantees a sequel.
For sure. And, you know, she's a scientist. I feel like there's definitely a lot of uses there. You know, she's faced off and survived multiple times against the
She was
apex.
even brought back, right?
Yeah, the apex predator in the whole
That's
galaxy. I feel like zombies might be child's play for her. you know?
Maybe. That's a good pick. And Fox, what is she a prequel for?
Actually, interesting enough, she's not a prequel for anything. She wasn't supposed to be the heroine. Alien was actually just one movie, and when they did a screen test, they liked her so much that they rewrote the ending and allowed her to come back for the sequel.
Did she die in the original?
I don't know. I never saw it.
We need to know this. We'll wait. Go ahead and send it. Okay, that's a good pick. I feel like she brings good leadership qualities and adaptability.
Yeah.
You know, and she has more space to work with, right? She's not stuck on a ship.
Yeah.
We're like we can move, so I feel like that could be to your advantage. That's good.
I do think that the bad thing is that if you see a kid that's out there, she's going to want to save that kid,
Yeah.
and bring more, mouth into your group.
That's true.
That's true. She could hurt you in that way.
Yeah. Potentially, although how many kids are roaming around in a zombie apocalypse, you know?
I don't know. The intro to The Walking Dead
Yeah.
as a zombie kid.
Yeah.
That was a zombie, though.
But
She
he
didn't
had
know.
no idea.
That's true. That's true.
So I guess it's on me. I'm
Yes.
actually I was looking through the list earlier when you had given it to me, and I was like, okay, how do I want to do this? And honestly, so I was thinking during the zombie apocalypse, money isn't an issue, right? You don't care about money. However, you've already got the toys pre-made. You've already got everything you need.
Yep.
My thought is also the person that even with a little bit of downtime can come up with the answers to anything that he needs. And is the peak physical human form without being a superpowered person, and it's going to be Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
So I will
That's
go 3
good.
for 3 for you guys with your leader strategist.
That's good. That's good.
by
That's
putting
good.
in my Bruce Wayne.
That's good. Definitely money's not an issue, but I feel like he brings a lot of smarts to it that
I mean, the resources are already there.
they're already there.
You know, I gotta admit, it's maybe off brand for me not to have gone that direction. My first pick.
I was shocked you didn't. I was.
Yeah, but
Knowing your history and love of Batman,
I know.
you left poor Bruce
I know.
on the board.
Plus,
Well, I was waiting. I was like, you guys kept saying it, and I was like, I'm going to lose him. I need to look for another one. Like what? Because I mean, if you really think about it, and it's the other thing too, the only other person on here that may give him a run for smarts, but is in a different category, is Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Right. Bruce Wayne is the smartest person, in my opinion, that is on this list.
Yeah.
That if you're going to have somebody that's going to be smart and a leader, that would be.
Well, yeah, and he might just be like, "Hey guys, come over to the Bat Cave. It's already zombie proof."
The other thing
We're
too
safe.
is I am a no shit kind of person.
Yeah.
Like at this point where I'm like I might giggle, laugh, and everything, but I don't like fuck around with and find out things.
Yeah.
It's the answer. Like, oh, that person needs to be removed, then let's just do it. I don't need got gray area, and so that works for me.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good pick. We all, kind of thought leader first, but I think our minds were in completely different places in how we built this team.
This guy just wanted to get high with Mary Poppins.
Hey.
So
I can't say I fault it.
if we're gonna do the snake draft, then
Yep.
it puts me. I actually was the one that suggested this pick, and it was mostly because I thought it was interesting, like it's kind of funny. But I was thinking about this one, and the reason why I'm going with this pick, which I haven't said yet, is comedic and kind of uplifting, and I'm going with Peter LaFleur.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the fact that it's I can find something always positive in just a big pile of shit.
Yeah.
And so, and he knows how to throw a dodgeball. It's, if he can throw a dodgeball, you can throw a wrench.
That's
Sure.
right. That's right.
What else can he throw?
I don't know.
Oh, no, we're about to find out.
Ninja stars.
And, him and Bruce talking would just be,
Oh yeah.
it would be fun.
So you're gonna go combat specialist with him?
Oh, sorry. No. Wildcard.
Wildcard,
I just
okay.
was writing it in there. So, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Peter LaFleur. When we put
And he
this,
brings the women.
and it's true.
So does Bruce.
Okay, well here you go.
I see how.
what I'm doing is a Playboy list.
Hey, is Fox going to survive this thing? Maybe not very long, but he's going to have a good time.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's I did not expect Peter LaFleur to go off the board this early, but you know what?
It was on my brain, and
keeping
I was
spirits up during the zombie apocalypse. It's about what's important to each of us. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I guess that puts it back to me. So where I was on this one, so obviously there's a lot of different roles on this board. Some have more characters than others, and so I was kind of thinking of it like, obviously this is kind of a truncated draft. You're looking for the most valuable pieces early, usually in a draft. And sometimes, most of the time, any given year, tight ends in an NFL draft are the hardest to come by, at least the ones of quality. So you want to snatch those up early if you can. And so my thinking is the one role on here that does have the least amount of quantity and kind of fits that bill is the medic healer. Needs someone to be able to, heal wounds and keep you healthy during a zombie apocalypse. And so I think that's the role I'm filling this round. I think I'm actually going with my second pick, Dana Scully herself, Agent Dana Scully from the X-Files. You know,
She's been probed before,
she's been probed. You know, she's done again. I kind of have a theme
right?
here.
She gets probed in the movie, right?
You know,
Will's like,
yep.
you work with aliens? You're on my team. I have so many questions.
I feel like if you've dealt with aliens, that so-called
What is a zombie,
higher
right?
life form.
Yeah.
Like zombies are brain dead. Like I feel like that's kind of been my approach so far. So
Okay.
So
I
with
like
my
it.
medic healer,
Medic
Dana
healer.
Scully.
All right.
And she can handle herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
She can handle a weapon.
All right. I thought about going medic healer next,
Okay.
but I decided I don't want to follow in Will's footsteps. So therefore, I'm not. And I'm going to do my combat specialist next.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with no one other than Blade himself. Blade.
So there's your super powered.
There's my super powered. If you deal with vampires, what are zombies to him, right?
That's a fair point.
I think he would help us. And him and Mary would get along, maybe. She might have crossed vampires in her path. Who knows? But I think he'd be a fun addition to the team and give us a good chance to protect us.
Okay.
So
That's good.
that's what I think. That's where my head's at right now. I did not think I would choose him if he was there. But then I just looked down and I was like,
more
you know
you
what?
think about it.
The more you think about it. So that's my combat specialist.
Okay.
Okay. Is it me again?
You're still on the board,
Gosh
Travis. That's
dang
how
it.
snake
Okay.
draft works.
This dang snake. Okay.
Ayo.
All right. Well, now I guess I will do my medic healer
Oh.
because I didn't do it when you did it, so I'm different, right, Will? Okay.
That's how that works.
Let's see. I'm going to go with. You know what? Let's keep the trend of this team as very weird and shouldn't be in a group together. Let's go Victor Frankenstein.
Oh.
Let's do it.
It's starting to look like you're building the universal monsters. Is
Victor
what you're
Von.
Maybe. Maybe I am. And again, if you can create a monster, you can probably defeat a monster. So he could help
Well,
us there too.
does he come with Frankenstein's monster as well?
I don't know.
Is that
I think he has the ability to turn one of the zombies into that. So there we go. We get a combo with to add to our combat specialist, something that our medic healer.
and do you get the whiny Frankenstein from Van Helsing? No. or
Hopefully, we get the Oscar Isaac one that's about to come out.
okay.
I'm intrigued by that one. Yeah, Van Helsing.
You know who I'm talking
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't want that one.
All right. I guess that puts it back to me.
Back to you, Will.
There's so many good options for combat specialists. I feel like they're sort of a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
So I'm still gonna keep going a different route with mine.
Okay.
So I've got my leader, who kind of fills some other roles too potentially. Got my medic healer keeping me in good health. I feel like I need a problem solver, an engineer, someone who can sustain some kind of civilized life of some kind. Got a lot on this board we could choose from. The one I keep coming back to is Mark Watney.
Yeah, that's what I was too. Yeah. Smart.
This guy was able to survive by himself on Mars for what was it, 4 years?
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact date, but he was able to grow potatoes from his own shit.
And you might need that.
Yeah, you might need. There's not a lot of resources in a zombie apocalypse, and so I feel like Mark could make what little resources there are last the longest.
That makes sense.
And if he can do that, I'm sure there's other things. He's an astronaut scientist. He can figure out lots of other problems to solve as well. So that's where I'm going with my pick.
I like it. Again, I feel like we're not picking fully obvious.
Who? I'm trying to remember the actor's name.
That plays him?
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Right. That would be my reason of taking it, so I could just say Matt Damon to him all the time.
He's like, that's not my name. We're in a thing. He's like, what is going on here?
Right. So, and that's the great thing is I could say it and he'd never get upset, right? He wouldn't know.
That's true.
Matt Damon.
All right.
It's on me then, huh?
It's on
so
you.
I realize I was thinking about this one, and it says wild card, but I'm thinking I'm going to put him in my combat specialists anyways.
Okay.
And it was one that we just discussed prior to the show, and there's a couple things. With it being an alien species, I don't know how he reacts to the zombie virus, right? So maybe he's immune to it because he's not of the human element, right? Kind of like animals aren't affected by it. Depending on the movie that you're watching, some animals are and most animals aren't. They just get eaten by them.
Right.
And the other part, if it does, and I was thinking, if it does get turned into, I would hate to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
If it was a zombie to attack me, right?
Right.
But, and then I don't know how it would handle being in a group of people, but the Predator is actually who I was thinking as my combat specialist, basically because it already has all the combat stuff it needs.
That's good.
They seem to be pretty intelligent that you don't need to be able to speak English or their language to them. They still they understand what, out of all the movies that we've seen, you've been able to point at things, get them to do certain things.
They know what's going on.
Right. They're a very intelligent species. They just don't speak our language. However, I think that given time, it wouldn't be able to speak it, but it would definitely
That's good.
Be able to help.
And I don't know that you'd have to be fighting for resources with it either. I don't know what it
eats and
I
would assume meat because of its crab mouth.
Maybe it can eat the zombie meat and it doesn't affect
him.
So you can keep him fed at all times.
Yeah.
You kill, you eat, you kill, you eat, and we're good.
And so let me write that down. So now I'm at medic, engineer, and scout. My scout, I actually was thinking of Nightcrawler. Mostly because if he does get surrounded by zombies, he can at least zip out. He can also get other people that are close to it. He can get you the material you need that's behind the wall that you can't happen to get to. He can get you into places that you can't normally get to.
Yeah.
And so that's as far as like my help to my survivalist guide, that's going to be, especially if you can get an entire group to say you're crossing a river. And you need to cross it. He can get everybody across that bridge.
Yeah.
He gets you moving across
I think that
distances.
is a very beneficial superpower to have in a zombie apocalypse where you need to get your team away quickly.
Right.
And, you could probably just go, he can just go get the supplies and you guys never have to really leave the protected area you're at.
And then the other thing too, like if and I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but those who haven't, X-Men First Class, kind of like his dad, where he was just popping up and taking them to the ground, and dropping them from the ceiling.
Right.
If you've got a few that you just need to get rid of, you can do that. Or even if you happen to find another band of, group of people that you need to get rid of, he's going to help you get rid of them.
I feel like a lot of your team also is combat ready, which helps.
Right.
They bring women and fight. You're good.
Right,
You're
exactly.
protected and entertained.
And I don't have to fight against Nightcrawler.
There you go.
No woman wants him. Except for, the ones I don't want.
Well, they're not a threat anyway. So
exactly. So.
Oh, good.
That's good stuff. So I'm back on the board. Still have to fill combat specialist, scout survivalist, and I got my wild card still hanging out. Again, like I said, I feel like there's lots of great combat specialists on here to choose from. I'm trying to narrow it down to who would be the best. I gotta admit, I was looking at Nightcrawler for my scout. I mean, what better than a transporter? I think that might be the next best role to fill here. So, I don't know if scout is definitely the right definition, but survivalist for sure fits the bill here. I think I got to go with Indiana Jones.
Nice.
Again, we're big fans of Indiana Jones on the show. He's survived a lot. He's gotten his heart almost ripped out.
He survived a nuclear bomb.
He
inside
survived.
of a fridge.
He's like, guys, if we have a fridge, we are safe from anything.
He knows how to take advantage of the surroundings.
Hey, we talk about the indie
Kali
trilogy.
Ma. Kali Ma.
So that's kind of where I'm leaning on that one.
That's good. Good. And again, what I'm liking is the personalities you get mixed on these teams.
It's fun.
It's very something that you're like, man, I'm never going to see all these people
Lots
together.
of alphas.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Especially Fox's team. It's
No. I'm saying your team personality is a lot of alphas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I still think they would work well together in this. I think you have to take into account the situation that we're in, and I think mindsets change.
Yeah, I think there'd be a lot of it's definitely a brain trust. Like you said, it is alphas, but yeah, Mark Watney not quite, but I think all these, at least all the ones that I've picked, I think there would be a brain trust, a good collaboration of different skills working together, even if some of them have that kind of alpha personality.
Yeah.
So
That's good. All right. To me, I'm going to fill. You know what? I've just slowly been going down how the list is going. So for that reason, I'm going to do wildcard next.
Oh, sure.
And I'm doing Jack Sparrow as my wildcard.
How did I know?
He will be so sober. How is it? We've never seen him sober.
Well, we don't know that for sure, and maybe he knows where to get stuff.
That's why
to
he's
keep us.
His only objective is to look for rum.
I feel like he could also help with the combat if they were guarding the rum.
I feel where I would worry about it is that he might double cross you.
Yeah, but I think Blade would take him out if that happened.
He might take him out before he double crosses him.
Yeah, Blade might kill him before that happens, but hey, it's a risk I'm willing to take. I guess that's more of a comedic role that I'm filling.
Fair enough. And he's only good on the water, so
he's like, hey guys, I got a boat. They can't swim. We're good.
As far as we know.
All right, cool. And then I'm going to fill my engineer. And I'm going to go with Wayne Selinsky.
Hey, I was wondering if anyone would select him.
An inventor could be useful in this thing. And, if he can invent the shrink ray again and then just shrink the zombies, then we're good.
Oh, good. So biting zombies like little biting ants.
Well, and then you just step
That's
on
what you don't need.
Yeah. Maybe we'll not shrink. We'll make him. Maybe he'll invent a teleportation gun.
But then you don't have to build a full-size wall either.
There you go. Yeah, right.
That's true.
Right. You know who else did
Legos.
all that same stuff was Hope Van Dyne.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Well, at least her dad. Not.
Well, she knows.
I don't know if she knows. I mean, she's smart, but I don't know if she has that information.
Well, we assume she has it. At least some of the disc we can use.
Right.
So that's my
Your two.
my two.
That's good. Okay. Well, so I've got two more roles to fill. Feels like a good a spot as any to get that combat expert. So let's weigh my options here. Kind of looking at who some of these combat people have fought. Similar to some of my other picks, having dealt with different threats before. You have your John Wicks of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Tough guy to kill.
But he is always fighting people.
He is always fighting people.
He's a good shot.
That's
He is a
true.
good shot.
You know, this is good. Good television.
This is good. Good radio right here. Silence.
So I think where I'm leaning here is someone, he might. I keep bouncing one way and then I'm another way. Actually, you know what? I'm inspired by the previous conversation. You took Wayne Zielinski.
Yep.
I'm going with a wild card here, and I'm gonna go Hope Van Dyne,
Okay.
aka the Wasp. She's gonna be my wild card. Yeah, I just think that shrinking and growing technology. Not to mention her suit can fly too, but
It's true.
you
We're
know,
assuming she has that.
yeah, I'm assuming she does.
She's
I think
combat able.
she's combat able. She almost not in the same way, but sort of fits that Nightcrawler thing too, where she can
Get in and out.
get in and out of places without being detected.
And if it's played by Evangeline, Lilly, then
I don't hate it.
No, not at
Yeah,
all.
we don't hate that at all. Fox is like, I'm going to need some of your team members to come over.
I'm just saying, Evangeline, Lost or from the Elf, she could leave the ears on.
You leave the ears. Well, take the ears. Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
right, Fox,
Here's my
let's
last
finish your
two.
team.
Yeah, I noticed there's not a lot of healers on your list, and so
We basically have enough for us.
right, and I guess I got to go one, and so I was trying to look at the ones that you got here. Leonard McCoy, the TV movie versions of him always just annoyed me. I think he's a bum character as it is.
So he's going with it.
Carlisle Cullen, that's another vampire. I never cared for Twilight.
It's fair.
But did Twilight care for you, Fox?
No, it didn't either. My now 24-year-old was a very much huge Twilight fan. She was a Robert Patterson.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus love. So we don't do that. I'm fine without any of that. So, and that's really all that's left, right? So
You could.
but who do you?
manipulate some
You
of these-
are right. I could, and I'm like, who? I'm trying to think of who would be.
I mean, there could be some on there like the engineer sort of route.
Right,
that
and I'm
might
trying to
have some-
remember any of them that were, kind of did stuff with health. I'm actually going to go Scarlet for my healer. I mean, I would assume with being a Green Beret type, whatever special forces, that she would have a lot of combat aid and stuff like that. You don't really need anybody that's like medic ready, they're
No.
going to cut limbs off and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
it's
but
like war ready.
you need
Yeah.
war ready. So
Yeah.
and she's not bad looking either.
There we go.
So we're gonna go Scarlet for my healer, and I almost for my engineer almost went with Tony Stark, but I don't think that my guys would get along with Tony Stark.
I think him and Bruce would not get along.
No,
well.
not at all. Right?
It would be
the
pretty
ego would be.
Yeah,
would
well,
be
how much is in
really,
your bank account?
Really
It
bad.
doesn't matter.
Right? It doesn't matter.
Kind
anymore.
of seen the same sort of
So,
thing with like Tony
I'm
Stark and
actually-
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go goofy on this one.
Okay.
Right?
That's your last pick. Go-
As my last
go
pick,
wild.
my engineer problem solver, and it would be more for comedic reasons, and it's got to be Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet.
Right?
That's good.
I'd like-
That's good. That's good.
I'm just now realizing we have two. What's his name on here?
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
How
There we
random.
go again. We got two.
Hey,
Rick Moranis.
Will is so good at the second he's going to bring somebody up, he forgets their entire filmography and who they are. He's like, it's like that guy. I have no idea who I'm talking about.
I know you know who that guy is on there. I've seen him before. He played It's some obscure show that no one's ever.
It's funny when the camera's not rolling. Will never does that.
I know. Always got the answer.
That's good. Hey, Fox, I like your team. I feel like it's well-rounded. I feel like a lot bring multiple roles to the table. So they're not like trapped in that role. So you could rotate some positions if needed. So that's good. That's good.
All right. I've got one more position to fill here. Combat specialist. So I feel like you need someone here with some experience with not just like killing humans or like normal assassins. Potentially someone who's dealt with all kinds of intergalactic threats before. You could also consider this one kind of a wild card because I don't believe he speaks any kind of English.
Okay.
I'm rounding out my team with Chewbacca.
There you go. That's good.
Rip their arms off and beat them with it.
There you go.
I don't think. I think it's one of those situations. Kind of earlier, we were talking about who was it? Like the Predator. Like, could he be infected by zombies? I don't know.
They may not even mess with him because he's furry.
Right. Yeah, they're like, oh, that's not a.
I guess it depends on the
person.
zombies, like we mentioned earlier. Like, but he can definitely handle himself. He can handle a vehicle. He's useful. He's a loyal companion.
Yeah.
Lay at your feet when you go to bed at night.
Exactly.
Keep you warm.
That's really the big question, right? He could keep you warm.
Him and Ellen get together. It turns into a whole thing.
And I mean, it was unintentional actually, but I've got Harrison Ford is on my team.
You got Indy and Chewbacca together.
Indy and Chewbacca instead of.
He's like, there's something about you.
Instead of Han.
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah.
That's good.
And if you really think about it, you've got two indies on here as well, right? Jack Ryan,
On the board, yeah.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford,
Yeah.
and
That's right. You draft. You could have had a team of a lot of Harrison Ford or adjacents.
Harrison Ford and Rick Moranis.
You're like, we're gonna survive this. All right, back to me to round out my team. I got
Round us out.
one spot left. The scout, the one I kind of forgot about. If we're being honest. So
Good to have.
I'm gonna go with Laura Croft.
I see what you did there, kind of copying
so
my.
now we have
That's
two. What's her name?
Oh, Angelina Jolie.
Because she's also Salt.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Team of Angelina Jolie's.
Not a bad person. And, similar to like a Bruce Wayne, very wealthy, lots of resources. Would
Lots
be
of
a good place
resources.
to hold up. through the
Combat
zombie
ready, but
apocalypse, too.
also she knows how to track. She can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on which Laura Croft you get, right?
That's true.
You've got your video game
PlayStation
version.
1.
I mean, but if it's movie version, then
Yeah.
you've only got the one.
Well, there's two. It's that, I don't know what the other actress's name. I'm going to pull a Will, but I didn't know before the podcast, so I'm not. They did one in like 2017. They did a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was originally going to go to Daisy Ridley, and then it went to this other chick that's very similar. And
They're working on a couple of Laura Croft projects right now, too.
I wonder if they're going to do a Laura Croft and like Uncharted crossover. Who knows?
Probably not.
They could.
Probably not, but it's almost the same type of story. So
I
that's
doubt
it.
we'll see a second.
Now take us home, Travis.
You've
got one more.
Who?
No, that was
That
his
was
last
it.
one. He went first.
I went first.
Oh.
The math sheet, it's
Who did
written
I-
out. You have it all written out?
Yeah.
I have Mary Poppins as my leader,
very
Blade as my combat, Victor Frankenstein as my healer, Wayne Selinsky as my engineer,
That's right.
Laura Croft,
Right,
and
right.
Jack Sparrow.
Jack would be trying to hit on
Everyone.
the whole time.
All right. That's a good.
I didn't really think my team through of working together.
Yeah, I was trying to keep that in mind most of the time, but it's definitely hard when you kind of get into it. But just to kind of recap our teams here. So, Travis's team, we've got Mary Poppins as the leader strategist, Blade as the enforcer combat specialist, Victor Frankenstein as the medic healer, Wayne Zelinsky with this shrink ray as the engineer problem solver, Laura Croft as the scout survivalist, and then ultimate wildcard Jack Sparrow rounding out the team. Fox, leader strategist, he's got Bruce Wayne, combat specialist, the Predator, medic healer Scarlet from the G.I. Joe series. We've got Dark Helmet as the engineer problem solver. God help you, man. And we got scout survivalist Nightcrawler, underrated pick of the whole draft, I think.
Yeah.
And then wild card Peter LaFleur, keeping spirits high during the zombie apocalypse.
I'm just saying, with Dark Helmet, right? The entire crew would be trying to make him feel like he was the top dog while undermining him on every moment.
Peter's going to throw a dodgeball at that helmet and knock it straight
How
off.
dare you go over my helmet, right?
It's good.
And then my team, we've got Ellen Ripley as the leader strategist, Chewbacca as the combat specialist, medic healer, Agent Dana Scully. The engineer problem solver is Mark Watney, survivalist Indiana Jones, and then the wild card bringing that shrinking and growing technology to the team. We've got Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp. So there you go. Left a lot of heavy hitters on the board, but that's going to happen when you've only got 6 rounds.
It only happens when you only have 3 teams being drafted.
This was really fun. I'm down to do this again sometime.
Yeah, it was great.
Fox, appreciate you being
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. I mean, I got Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I've got all sorts of.
He's got everything.
I work on all. I try to do. I'm horrible at social media, but I've got all the social media except for X or whatever it is now.
So go follow him on X. You heard it here first.
By the time this comes out, you'll have an X.
Right, yeah, because I have no time to write that. I just do.
Make sure you follow Fox. Thanks, guys, for joining us. And Will, as always, take us out.
Yeah, guys, I hope this was fun for you guys to watch. It was a lot of fun for us to play. Obviously, you can't see our draft board, but if you were making a zombie apocalypse team, who would be on your squad? List them down in the comments while you're down there. Leave us a like and subscribe to the channel. Then come back for another Cinema Clubhouse podcast.